Hollerin with Hollenbeck.
Holleback. Joey Hollenbeck. Again, who's single at 40?
Not me yet.
Me neither.
We need to start with those. Okay, so we're checking out our levels. All right, so this is okay. All right, well, welcome to another Hollerin with Hollenbeck. This is gonna be a Christmas special. This is. Would you want to call it Deck the Hollenbeck? That was TB's idea.
Deck me?
Well, that sounds weird. It kind of sounds weird. I thought
Sound like you want to punch me in the face.
I thought Beck, because there's the Hollenbeck. Beck, the Hollands, or Beck the Halls. Beck the Halls. I like Beck the Halls.
I mean, I think that's the only thing that really flows.
Or what about Missile Joe?
Sure. Missile? Is it like you said it like a question, like Missile Joe?
Missile Joe? We're doing our Christmas podcast. We just got back from. Should we just throw a shout out to?
Absolutely.
What did you just get back? I was there. I was just an attendant. I just got to kind of hang out. What were you doing?
We went to Tom Poe Jewelry store, and it was a men's night.
And what is men's night? Like I've seen it here on social media and there, but what is it?
I think they do a great job with it, honestly. I think that what they do is they have a ladies' night a couple weeks before, and then they have the men's night afterwards. And the ladies come in and shop the store, make a little wish list, have some champagne, hang out, and then on men's night, you come in and you get the wish list. So
I guess I was the part B. I never did the part A of that.
Well, a lot of guys come in too and just shop for their wives or girlfriends or significant others or whatever they are. Good time, good food. They got good beers from Phil's and Pursuit. The distillery is there, and
I had my first jalapeno whiskey, and that was delicious.
Can't believe you never had that.
Me neither.
Support local, bro.
I am now. But that was cool. They had a Yeti they gave away and didn't win that.
Big Yeti.
I didn't win it.
Big boy Yeti. I could have fit inside that Yeti.
It's Frankie's Pizza. It was a big Yeti. Yeah, you could have. I thought you were gonna pop out in it like a cake.
I was in it at first. I got super claustrophobic. Got to see TB.
That was cool. We got to see tuberculosis, and then
got a selfie with him. Yeah,
I want to tell the story.
That's Tony Benetti, if you don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is, but I'm going to tell the story. This weekend, we went to the Christmas parade and kind of hung out. It was nice and fun.
Enumclaw Christmas parade.
And then him and his brother-in-law, TJ, listens to the podcast.
Shout out TJ.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I'm like, hey, what are we doing tonight? Just kind of like to the group. And Tony's like, hey, you want to go hang out? I'm like, yeah. He's like, let's go to the casino. And I'm like, well, I don't have any money. Let's go. But that sounds fun. And so anyway, it was like I got in the car when they came and picked me up. And TJ was like, almost like I was a kid. Like TJ goes,
wait a second. He buckled you and everything?
Well, he didn't. He boosted me up into the seat and buckled me. He said, you got your juice box? I got my juice box. He goes, you ready? And I go, I'm all ready. He goes, okay, we're going to go on the road. And so, but he goes, he said, hey, we go to the casino, Snoqualmie Casino,
Oh, you guys were rolling past my neck of the woods.
Or we could go to the Redmond Eagles. Don't you want to do that, Redmond Eagles? And I'm like,
what's at the Redmond Eagles?
So it was his cousin's birthday.
Oh. Okay.
And so we went out there instead. But when we got there, it was like a nice little it was still like it was an Eagles club, right? But it was still like a nicer version of an Eagles club. Like the dartboards, the electronic dartboards, like they looked like that they were purchased within the last couple of years, not like 15, 20 years ago. It looked like a nice version of the ski. Like imagine the ski in nice. You can't.
It sounds to me like they threw the casino out there knowing you'd bite, and they knew what they were doing. That's the old bag over the head punch in the face move.
Yes. Yeah.
And you got.
Which I feel like we pull that on our listeners every single week.
Not me.
I feel like we do. I think we're like, hey, just kind of hang out, but it's good punches.
Talk to me about Redmond Eagles compared to Buckley Eagles. Were there any 20?
There was no
20s?
20 Gooches, and
No
if there
Gooch
were,
20s?
it would be like $100 Gooches, because it was like it's a nice place.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, it was completely different than the 20 than the Buckley Eagles. But when we were there, they had like little like nice appetizers. But it was a KJR holiday party for Alyssa Woodard or someone like that. Anyway, it was her party. So we kind of showed up just for us, like 6 or 7 dudes. But this other party was going on. So we kind of got to see some pretty cool people there.
Sounds awesome.
But I did call you up. The funny thing is because I was telling TB, I was like, talking about the podcast and this and that. And he goes, let's get Joey out here. I said, he's in Portland, but he'll probably FaceTime me later tonight. And what did you do? Because why?
FaceTime. We're best friends.
We're best friends. Just FaceTime each other. And I've got to say this. I'm going to be done talking here in a second. I'm going to let you just roll with it. Brad, I'm owing you an apology. Okay? I'm owing you an apology because I like to tell jokes and just let my mouth like run and wander into different areas and topics. And I was just making a joke that you were this guy who was like kind of looking at me.
No, you were dead on. Everybody that listened to it said that's exactly it, and he laughed his face off.
Oh, really?
They loved it. You were dead on. You're good at. You don't need to apologize.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You're good at like seeing people's character.
Well, thank you.
Like, yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Well, anyway. All right. Well, I'm not afraid of you anymore, Brad. So bring it. Just kidding. Don't.
I didn't say he wouldn't crush you. I just said you're good at like evaluating like who people are.
I'm that guy who's like, you seem mad and you want to punch me in the face, and then I get punched in the face. Like I'm that observant, but it still happens to me. So that's good.
What do you think about this new shirt I got?
You're the most dressed up I've ever seen you.
Yeah.
You usually come walking in here like a bushwhackers from like from the WWF days, just tank top and shorts and just letting those biceps just.
Well, you got to be comfortable.
Right.
Not real comfortable. I mean, I'm not uncomfortable, but I figured I'd dress up a little bit, throw a nice little button up. Went. I was like, you know what? I gotta go grab some gear. Like not long ago, holidays are coming up. Like whatever,
Right.
I'm like, go to Nordstrom Rack, look at some stuff. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm gonna go to the Men's Warehouse, have them freaking measure me and get me dialed in on a shirt.
So you
right?
look like a commercial.
Listen to what these bitches do though. This is what they say.
Okay.
I go in there, a while ago. They're like, hey, I'm just here to look for some shirts. I need a good measurement. Just dial me in, like however you want to do it. Like whatever you do, measure me and then see what you can find. I'm looking for like an athletic cut, I don't want it like boxy and like hanging off me. I want something that fits me kind of nice. Oh yeah, we could do that. Okay. Good thing, luckily for you, listen to this deal we got going on. You can buy 1 for $110 or you can get 3 for $110. I go, that's not a deal. I was like, okay, that's a great deal, but like, how is that a deal though? Like,
Right.
And he goes, oh, and then any of these afterwards you can get for $36. So I'm like, technically you're charging me, these shirts are worth $36, but you're making me buy 3 of them.
Oh.
You know what I mean? One is $110, or you can get 3 for $110.
That's the weirdest.
It was the dumbest thing. I was like, all right, well, then give me 3 of them. I guess.
Right. Yeah.
And then every one afterwards, like $36.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, that is kind of odd. That's like giving your kids like a, hey, you can have.
Well, who's the dipshit that's gonna go like, okay, I'll just take 1.
No, I told my wife I'm one and done and I'm out.
Yeah,
paying my $110, I'm out of here. So do they fit well though?
Yeah, I like the way they fit.
Yeah, they look
well,
good.
You tell me.
Yeah. No, you've got plenty of room to move. You're not swimming in it. It's not super tight on you, and it's hitting you in all spots it needs to hit on you.
Thanks, man.
And I feel like I'm hitting on you.
You are.
I'm that shirt right now.
You are.
So, holidays, you said, coming up. Another podcast idea. Holidays. Happy Hollenbecks.
You just say holla
Holla.
holidays with Hollenbeck.
Oh, see.
How easy is that?
You're the genius of this group.
Holidays with Hollenbeck.
You're the friggin' genius of this group. So, this is our Christmas special. Christmas special. We tried doing it with Mike. We got one question in, and we went crazy. We talked a little bit about the movies already.
We did?
With Mike. You said you're number 1. was we all said that was the
That's before I started getting into them too. I was just shooting from the hip. I said planes, trains, and automobiles, and you guys rode my ass like it was a Thanksgiving special.
because it is.
Okay, well, either way, it's
Yeah, no, good
they're a
point.
month apart, right?
Right.
I said Christmas Vacation. Watched Santa Claus last night with my wife with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Good movie.
Funny.
It is a funny movie.
You could go you got to think outside. If I can think outside the box, that's one of them that's outside the box that could ultimately be like kind of a cult classic.
I think Ernest Saves Christmas. You ever see the Ernest one?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think you're right about the cult classic. The thing is, are there too many Christmas movies? Like, you're never going to be able to watch, and when you sit down and you get your traditions, you're not going to be able to sit down and watch the 20 Christmas movies that you're going to want to watch.
You say that, but every year they drop something new. Like last year or year before, like that Christmas Chronicles one. Have you seen that with Kurt Russell?
No, but that's what
Great movie.
Yeah, you and Mike said it was great. I might have to watch it now.
Great movie. It's on Netflix. Great movie.
Well, what I'm saying is is there too many? Because one's going to get a bump. It's like a roster. You can't have.
No, here's the thing.
One gets kicked out.
You have the classics that are going to be on. Like for instance, Christmas Story plays on a loop for 48 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be there always, and you always watch it no matter what.
Right.
And then Christmas Vacation, same thing. And then other than that, you're going to catch your NBC flicks or whatever that's coming on ABC or whatever it is, like Charlie Brown Christmas,
classic, great.
Rudolph,
yeah,
Grinch, stuff like that. But to think outside of the box and hit some of these Christmas ones,
right?
The Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen, pretty funny, pretty good.
Okay, but
adult humor, but the kids can relate to it.
Now, let's talk about that. So we kind of know what your staple. You just mentioned all the staple ones. So the out of the box ones. What's another out of the box one that you would say?
What's the one my wife watches every time we wrap our Christmas presents for the kids before Santa comes?
Yeah, you guys get yours out there first because you guys go to bed. You don't want Santa showing up and catching you.
Exactly.
Right.
It is son of a bitch. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
That's a terrible movie.
No,
I don't think that's a Christmas movie.
No, tell me one of yours. I'm going to ask her.
Okay. Well, my obscure one, I've already said the Nutcracker. I watched that 3 times in one night the other night. I even gave some commentary, if you were lucky to hear it, on Instagram for those people out there that are my friend on Facebook or Instagram. I'd say that the other one for me is always let's see. Man, I'm always asking the tough questions. And okay, here's one. Claymation Christmas. Claymation Christmas. It's on YouTube. It was on CBS back when I was a kid, and it was like claymation things, like the California Raisins and all these different.
Wait a second. So somebody makes clay, and then they move them around.
Yeah. And it was the California Raisins. They sang Rudolph with "Your Nose So Bright." Come on, and drive my sleigh tonight. Yeah, then all the rain.
Okay, I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
So that one was cool, and then another one is Garfield's Christmas special, where he at the beginning of the TV show he gets in this chair and he puts on this helmet thing that's attached to this chair, and whatever he imagines up, that's his present. So he's getting all these presents, and he's just loving life. And then he wakes up, it's a dream. And anyway.
Okay, I got mine.
Okay, all right.
I got mine. Sorry about the delay, folks.
So, sorry that I had to give some answers, guys. Sorry about my dumb answers. Basically what Joey's saying.
No, they were good.
What were they?
Garfield and Claymation. Whatever the hell you called it.
Clanimation. It was a KKK Clanimation. It was really a white Christmas. We really celebrated. It was out in Selleck. Yeah.
Claymation. Whatever. Yeah. Some Selleck Clanimation. Love Actually.
I've never seen that.
Dude, you got to watch it. We made the mistake because we watch it once a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. Whatever.
Who's in it?
Dude, what's the English guy that's I don't. I'll show you the trailer here in a minute. But anyways, we're watching it one year, and we're like, just whatever, getting our stuff ready to wrap, do some stuff. Kids are still up. Kate's like, let's put it on. I'm like, okay. So we put it on, and it's kind of on in the background. Well, we forgot. It's definitely like it's an adult movie. Right, it's not like it's rated R or something. Right. And like, it's basically about like a bunch of different families throughout like England or like all over the world or whatever. But then they like kind of, it comes together, and it's like, anyways, there's one part where this couple's like banging, and we're like, whoa! And like, we're not like scrambling for the remote and like trying to figure it out. Like, yeah, it was. You go here. A little love action.
I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about now.
Who's the guy? It's Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman, and then it's that other dude.
No, it's not Hugh Jackman. What's his name? It's the guy that got caught
with the stripper or the prostitute. Hugh
something.
Hugh something. Yeah, I get it. I get the gist of it. Remember when you cut me off when I was singing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to cut you off with this trailer.
It's a really good movie. It's a good holiday movie. You should check it out.
Yeah.
Everybody listening, check it out if you've never seen it.
All right, I'll check that out. You have another one?
That's kind of our staples right there, bud.
You and your wife, that's a kind of a tradition. When did you guys start this tradition up?
She loves it. I don't know. She likes to watch it on Christmas Eve when we get home after the Christmas
presents unwrap. The presents get wrapped.
And then I unwrap them.
And then you Love Actually.
Yeah,
bringing the heat, Christmas Eve.
Good movie.
I like that. You know, one of my favorites is Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's such a great movie. He played it so well. You could tell he just had so much fun even acting in it. He just, every time Bill Murray does anything, he just looks like he just has fun with it. He doesn't really care. He just goes and just does whatever he wants to do. But I do like that one.
Talk to me about your Christmas traditions. Like, what do you do? So do you do anything building up to Christmas, or is it just like Christmas morning? Like, what do you got going?
So what we used to do was go get a live tree, and just day after Thanksgiving, go get that tree.
Hold on a second. You don't get live trees anymore?
And the reason why,
you live in Enumclaw. You don't get real trees.
I saw you guys post about it, and I thought to myself, that's cute. I even thought that to myself. I thought to my head, oh, that's cute. They still do that. But I'm a millennial, okay? And I got to a point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of having to like continue to water this plant and keep the dog out of it. And we don't have the dog anymore, but still. And then I got the 3-year-old that just, it just gets messy. So I'm like,
dude, listen, excuses are like assholes.
Yeah. Well, everyone's got one. And everyone is now getting fake trees.
No, they're not. That's un-American. It's un-Enumclaw, if you will.
Wow. In my own studio, you come into
our studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You
pay the rent on this thing?
My boat's in there.
We don't know that. That's actually not true at all. Anyone who's listening, completely not true. I don't even know if it's that way. Talking about there.
Hey, with that being said, though, seriously, don't you like walking into your house smelling like the scent of
course,
real tree?
Yeah,
like,
they make candles.
You probably buy that spray, huh? That you spray on the tree.
I'm not. Come on, I'm not pathetic. I use the candles.
That's pathetic.
I do, and I would like to go back to that, but for right now, I can't do it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I bought a fake tree for my upstairs, and it was super easy. It took me about 30 seconds to put up. And like you plug it in, and you're like good to go.
Yeah.
Like our real tree,
you gotta cut the bottom off again after already cutting it.
I had to do that, and then
you gotta center it.
And then Kate is like super meticulous about the lights how they go on there.
Yes.
So she there's like 40 strands of lights on our tree of just white lights. So you got to be wrapped perfectly around each branch,
right?
And like this and that. And then when it's time to take it off, when it's 3/4 of the way dead, and she's like ripping the lights off, there's like 3/4 of the tree on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. So
you get it. But then here's the thing. Then you throw it out. But with that being said, with the fake tree, you got to store that bitch year round.
Oh, shoot, you're right. It's just right in my living room. We got to walk all around it. Oh, wait, no. I can just put it with all the other stuff that I have stored.
Okay.
I'm sorry for being rude. That was kind of rude.
Well, that's rude.
No, I want to bring it back. I'm going to that back. You know what, Joey?
No, you could suck it.
It's the time of love, and it's the time of giving and caring, okay? But
All right, let's get on track here.
okay, so my traditions is you go get that Christmas tree, but now we don't do that. So now we just pull all the stuff out, half-ass it, put stuff around, and then for the next 3 days, we just kind of like keep decorating here and there. And we used to just get it all done. Now we don't do that. So the tradition is kids get open one present on Christmas Eve that the parents select. They don't get to go grab the best one that they think. We give them here. This is it. Usually it's pajamas, or usually it's something they can wear that night or the next morning, or maybe something they can play with. For a couple
talk
hours.
to me about this, because your spectrum of kids is like there from top to bottom almost.
Sure, right.
So how is that like? I mean, you gotta like. Is it tricky shopping like that, or does it make it easier? Because I mean, the little kids are easy, right? As they're little, it's pretty easy.
Okay, you're on to something. I hear what your question is. The littler the kid, the easier. The older the kid, the easier. The middle ages are rough. Here's why. Little kids, I like Paw Patrol. Then you go buy them Paw Patrol. Or they like whatever.
Well, let me backtrack. Then you go spend $500 on Paw Patrol that they play with for a month, and then you end up throwing away.
Well, that's true, but I don't do that. I don't go 500. I just go, here's a couple things but then the older kids already have their interest. You know what sport they like. You know if they're an artist. You know if they play an instrument, or what they like books, or they like movies. Then you're able to just get that. My daughter loves art, and I think everybody, she's 15, she just turned 16. And last year, everybody got her art. And it was like the greatest thing in the world, and for her. But it was easy for people to buy. The age in between, though, you kind of don't know. Do they feel like they're too old for this? Or are they too young for this?
I get that. I ran into that in Disneyland when we went to Disneyland, like that Betty Boop Boutique or whatever the hell it is. And they take you in and like do your hair and glitter you up and this and that. And we like originally like booked like my 5-year-old and my 8-year-old. And then like we're in the car going to the airport, and we're like, okay, also you guys get to do this. And Charlie's like, kind of looks at us, and we're like, you don't want to do it? We're like, you don't have to do it. We can totally cancel it. She's like, but she kind of wanted to,
right,
but then kind of didn't want to. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's
right.
just like, it was that teeter-totter age. So I was like, screw it.
Yeah. Yeah. What grade is she in?
3rd.
She's in 3rd grade. So she's still trying to figure out if she's too old for stuff or too young for stuff.
Yeah, but you just let them figure it out.
Yeah, they have fun with it.
Yeah,
yeah. So that's for me. What about you? Is it easy for you to buy your kids gifts?
No. Well, yeah. Well, my wife's so good, right? She's really good at like figuring that stuff out for the kids. What's hardest thing for me is trying to figure out what I want, because she's asking me and the kids are asking me, and the next thing is like it's hard to buy for my wife, because my wife will be like,
absolutely,
okay, here we go. This is what I want. I'll go, tell me what you want. Send me a list. And then she knows she's going to get that on the list. I actually have 1 or 2 things outside of her list. She hasn't sent me a list, but like outside of the box, or told me a list or whatever, but outside of the box a little bit that I think she would really like. So I might pull the trigger on that. But
see, that's what I got, some weird outside the box ones too that I want to do for Jamie. But it's for me, I'm like,
is it have to do with Hustlers in Tacoma?
Yes.
Sorry, Jamie. Didn't know you were listening. Ruined the present.
No, but it's stuff. Here's the thing. I love 11 months out of the year, I hate the ads on Facebook for the stupid crap that they put out there. You get some weird ad that you're like, what is this crap? And I would specify what that is, but I feel like I'm going to get one of those things for Jamie, so I don't want to specify it. But it's just weird, random stuff. And then the 1 month I love it, it's right before Christmas, so I'm like, I'm going to get that. That is something I'm going to get. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. The personalized stuff, the arts and crafts, do-it-yourself type stuff, things that you're just like, oh, yeah, and it kind of helps you figure that out. That's the one time a year I like those weird ads on Facebook.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the hardest thing for me, though. It's like, right now, the hardest thing for me is to try to tell her what I want.
But what do you want? Because it's a stuff you just go buy it yourself. You know, if you don't get it, like for me, that's why I tell I don't want anything. My brother,
I thought you wanted mics.
I want mics. That's the thing. That's the stuff I want. Like if they don't go get me I want a hoodie, like a Seahawks hoodie, something like that.
You want a hoodie with my face on it still?
Yeah, probably just multiple faces, like those Nick Cage type.
Hey, have you seen those underwear that pop up on Instagram? You can put your wife's face on the side of it, and it superimpose their hands around like where your junk would go, and like their face is next to it. And it's like they're holding your junk on a pair of like boxer briefs or
now
something.
imagine would you laugh? Would you, like, if you walked into the gym, some locker room, you know, people changing, and that guy's wearing that underwear? Are you laughing and you're like, dude, that's awesome? Like, are you like, that's pretty sweet?
No, I'm like, you're a bitch for wearing those in public. She made you wear those to the gym on purpose. No, I don't know. I was just saying, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the personalized type weird stuff. But for, like, the stuff that I'm going to buy, like if I want it for myself, but yeah, I want mics, I want podcast equipment, I want to this is my hobby. So you kind of like want hobby stuff. What's your hobby? What do you like?
Cooking, you know that.
Yeah,
I love to cook.
So I mean, obviously
I could go for a nice knife set. I could go but I have so many. That's the thing, like I almost pulled the trigger on a nice knife set not long ago, like, you know, like kitchen knives.
Right.
But then I'm like, I have like a nice set of knives and random knives, like specialty type knives, but it's like, I don't know. You know what I need, bro, is one of those like magnetic things that I could like hang like in my pantry, and my knives would like stick to them. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Or like
so that'd be a good gift for Kate if she was listening.
Yeah, if you're listening,
Kate, you'd like that, or Joey would like that.
Yeah.
And what do you think that she wants? Doesn't mean that you're going to get it. This is different.
What does she want from me?
That you're probably not going to get her. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, she's going to want this, but you're not going to get it for
her. Edible boxers for me.
For you.
I mean, I'll wear them. I would wear them. I would get them for her, but I would wear them. Edible boxer briefs.
What if you just love the texture or something, and it's like something that you just think, man, this is, and you actually kind of start craving it, where you're like sitting and watching the game or watching movies, and you're just like pulling pieces of your underwear
just
off.
Like one of those like TNT specials, like this person eats toilet paper, like, you know what I mean? I'm super into eating edible boxers
or panties,
or panties,
just sitting there just munching on them while you're just watching.
Just go to the movie theater. You want popcorn? That's cool. I brought like 2 pairs of edible undies.
You just unzip your pants and just kind of pull them down a little bit. Sir, what do you? It's like, oh, it's a snack. Don't worry, guys.
You're sick. You're sick.
But yeah, so then what? No, but I mean, like, my wife is probably going to want a ring.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to get Kate. I'm not even.
I'm not telling you what you're going to get. But what does she want? Like,
my
wife is
a ring. Didn't you already get her a ring?
My wife, yeah, but she's going to probably want something like. I'm like, not going to get it for her. So it's like, if she wants a puppy, I'm not going to get a puppy. That's the thing. I'm not going to get Jamie. I'm not getting you a puppy.
Why?
I'm renting, A of all, and B of all. Puppies, everything's work. I don't want to get, you know what I want to get? A Roomba. I don't have to do shit.
They're not as, they're cracked up to me. I have one. They're cool, but then they lose their charge, and you'll find it like in the middle of like the pantry, or like
dead?
Underneath the couch, dead, or like whatever. If it can get underneath the couch, our old house, it could get underneath the couch, and it'd be like, and then it would get stuck.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're cool, but I don't know. I guess they help if you have like hardwoods, like what you do.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want something like that. Just a Roomba.
Yeah.
Anyway, so is there anything that she's going to like? She wants a trip to such and such place. Ain't happening. Sorry, I ain't surprising you with that. Does she want the car with the big ribbon on top? Sorry, ain't happening. I'm not going to get you a ribbon with the car, or a car with a ribbon on top.
I'm sure she wants all the above, but she's not getting it.
Okay, there you go. You ain't getting it, Kate.
Ain't getting it, Kate.
But
I'll tell you what you will get, though.
Yeah. All right. So, what is it then? What are your traditions?
Dude, my Christmases are crazy, bro. Like, so we do Also, on the game thing, you guys were kind of making fun of the bro talk. On the game pod, you guys were kind of talking about the bro.
I do not know what you're talking about.
So you and your bro got an inside joke on the bro? What, did I say bro all the time?
No. Dude, why are you so sensitive? No.
I was just curious.
No, Boardalicious. Okay, here's the thing. I got another podcast with my brother called Boardalicious. He's got 2,000 followers for board games.
Listen to him.
Listen to it.
It's great.
But here's the thing.
I almost fell asleep in the car driving down
You can
18.
only make board games so exciting to non-board game people. And so what I was doing was trying to like make it cool. And so I know I was not.
It actually was really interesting, to be honest with you. I'm not kidding.
Kind of. But
No, it was.
for you, I was not making fun of the bro thing. I did make fun of you about the jock thing because you made fun of us through text about being, Dungeons and Dragons. Are you all done with that? You all wrapped up with your Dungeons and Dragons? So then I thought, okay, I want to make fun of you.
I appreciate that.
So what are your traditions?
Dude, our Christmases are crazy. So,
Bro.
Oh, yeah. Bro. Our traditions are honestly pretty crazy. So we'll do, for instance, this year, 21st, we're going to my brother's house. We will be there. My sister will be in town. We'll be there with kind of our immediate family on my side. So my brother, my sister, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever, there. Kids will do a gift exchange. We'll do a white elephant type thing.
This is all on the 21st?
21st.
You spend the night there? Or is, I mean, like he lives nearby, but.
Yeah, he's in Black Diamond. We'll go home. We'll drive through the gauntlet of Black Diamond. No, we'll keep it under wraps. It's not too crazy. And then, so that's the 21st, 22nd. 22nd, I don't know what we have. 23rd is we go to Kate's cousin's house, which is Ryan Lundine's place here in Enumclaw. And that's Kate's whole side of the family, like extended cousins, everything.
Parents are coming over from
Wenatchee.
Wenatchee.
They'll come over for that. That'll be a big. They do that every year, just a big family party, and that's been a tradition on Kate's side of the family for years. So it's kind of rotated houses. It used to be at Kate's parents' house. Now it's at Ryan's place here in Enumclaw. We'll do that on that day, and then Christmas Eve, my dad will come over in the morning. Kind of hang Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So this year's a little different. So Christmas Day this year, we're going to wake up, do our Christmas thing with the girls, like whatever. Then we're going to drive to Wenatchee on Christmas Day.
And go with her parents.
Go to her parents' place, do Christmas there, probably in the afternoon, evening. And then the next day after that, they don't live far from Mission Ridge, which is right. Mission Ridge is a ski resort in Wenatchee. And we're putting the kids through ski school and doing all that stuff. So
is that a present?
No, they know about that.
Okay.
But in years past, what we've done is done all that stuff leading up to Christmas. Christmas morning, we'd wake up, do our Christmas thing with the girls, and then have like a light breakfast, whatever, and then get dressed, take off, go to Kate's parents' house, and then do Christmas Day there all day. And then when my mom was still alive, we would go to her house on Christmas night, and then the day after Christmas we go to my grandpa's house. So it's like a
packed day.
It's not like a packed like couple like
right.
Starting like this week, it's going crazy. Like at the end of this, basically the Thursday before Christmas, it's like go time.
Yeah,
like, it's like nonstop.
Yeah, geez, that's freaking incredible. And as a kid, man, I couldn't imagine being a kid. I mean, it's fun because you're getting all these presents, but then there's probably presents that you're getting that you're like, I want to play with that, and now I got to go to this thing.
That's the thing. Like we're starting to like learn. Like we've learned in the past. We've done like we've went with friends like Brad and them. We've took off and went to like Suncadia like maybe 4 or 5 days before Christmas and stay there for like 2 or 3 days and do that whole thing and they play with all their friends. We go sled and do all that type of stuff and then come home and then that night go to the Christmas thing and then the next day is Christmas Eve and then we're busy doing all that stuff and then Christmas Day and then the next day and then by the time the afternoon comes on like Christmas Day, kids are like, dude, let's just, it's just too much. Like you try to fit too much in and it's tough because you want to see everybody. You want to like not leave anybody out. You want to do everything right. But It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Like, don't get me wrong. This whole Wenatchee thing, I was a little hesitant on. Like, we're really gonna drive or whatever Christmas Day, but I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. We'll work it out. We'll make it work, and then we'll just hang and relax for a couple of days, through the weekend.
And kids can barely sleep Christmas Eve anyways, so they'll probably just snooze during that 3 hour, and then they'll be good.
Wake up and have more Christmas at Grandma and Grandpa's house. Yeah, you're probably right.
The thing that we do is, because it's a split family now, right? So it's like, well, whoever has them Christmas Eve doesn't get them Christmas Day, and vice versa.
How does that work with Jacqueline?
Jacqueline,
do you go about your normal business and then do another one with the other kids?
Yeah. So with Jacqueline, we will do like last year. I mean, she's getting older now, so it might change. But last year we had the kids on Christmas Eve. That's harder because Santa comes on Christmas Eve, but we've already opened up all our presents as a family Christmas Eve. And so it's harder for us because then Christmas Day, the kids are at their mom's, and she's the only one that Santa really brings a present for. Every once in a while, Santa will be kind of cool with us too and leave us something if we've been good.
So Santa has to make extra stop on those years.
Yeah, an extra stop that Christmas Eve night, which he's coming anyways. He's just not bringing as many gifts as he usually does. But then on night or days like we have, because we have Christmas. That's harder. Christmas Day we have them this year. Christmas Day, so they'll go have Christmas Eve with their mom, and then they'll come over at night, and then we'll get them tucked in because we gotta get them to bed right away before Santa comes, and then they'll go to sleep, and then next morning we'll see what Santa brought us, and then open our gifts as a family, and then we'll go and visit whoever's. Whether my parents, we're starting to host now because it's just easier. We have the most people. It's just easier for people to come to our place. So my dad, my mom, and my brother and his wife will come, and then Jamie's mom will come. But her brother lives in Vegas, so sometimes he'll be here, sometimes he's not. But there's a new tradition that's kind of started a little bit. If a Star Wars movie comes out, I was never a Christmas movie.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one Star Wars ever. And I know that that's going to sound super like whatever, but I'm open now that with the Disney Plus thing, I'm open to like dive into them. But somebody told me I got to watch like 3 and 4 and then go to 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and then go
Dude, I would do the ones in the 70s first because that's
what they're saying.
Yeah, that
they're saying start in the 70s but only watch
it's a classic.
They're saying watch 3 and 4 first and then go to like 1 and 2 and then But why would you watch 3 and 4 first and then go to 1 and 2?
Because they're the good ones. They're the good ones. They're the classic ones. And
3 and 4 are?
Yeah, because that was the original Luke Skywalker. That was the 70s, but now it's going to be like watching Labyrinth for you. What I mean by that is...
Don't talk about Labyrinth and don't ever say anything bad about Neverending Story either.
Okay.
Because I will flip this table over.
I love them both. Okay? I'm not against it.
Neverending Story. Saddest part in the movie ever. When the horse is in the mud.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to drop alligator tears at that part.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. But let's say no one has ever watched that movie until they're 39 going on 40... and now you're like, hey, you're going to watch this movie. Is that person going to get sucked in like they did as a kid? Because when you were a kid, that was like the coolest thing. Those statues shooting lasers down.
Whoa. Spoiler alert. At least tell me.
No, I'm talking about freaking Neverending Story. Remember those two statues that were facing each other and like had to run across or else they get blasted? But when you're a kid, you're watching that. It's intense. As you're an adult, you're like, oh, I see the strings on that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just kind of like into it, but you're not like into it as you are as a kid. So I don't even know if it's going to be fun for you. I don't think actually, you know what? Star Wars is not going to be fun for you. Don't watch it. Don't start in the 70s ones. Don't do the first ones. Don't do the ones after. Not going to be fun for you. You had your shot. You muffed it. Yeah. I said that to your face.
I'm still going to watch them.
Okay. Well, you can come with because on Christmas Day.
I'm not coming with you on Christmas Day though.
That's this new tradition that we've every time we start.
I was trying to open up to you, and you just started talking shit.
I'm disappointed for you.
What?
Here's me
You're
talking.
also disappointed for me because I haven't played Labyrinth or whatever you called it, like some board game or like Trivial Pursuit 3 or
Settlers
whatever.
of Catan?
Whatever. What's the game you tried to make us play on Thanksgiving?
Mafia. And it was fun.
It was kind of fun for a minute there, and then everybody was... I think you just introduced it while everybody was a little
Everyone
bit over
was
the line.
absolutely snockered.
A little bit over the line.
Yeah, they were wasted. And to try to... I would have an easier job telling 4-year-olds how to play this game. Because everyone was very drunk. It was fun, though.
Well, that's the problem, is everybody starts talking.
Yeah, and then it's gone. It's gone. It's done. You're right. I agree with you.
You can't hold anybody's attention because everybody's this and that. And
Right.
you're introducing something that's like
Foreign.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Foreign.
even more than that.
Okay. Definition
It was
of foreign.
fun, though. I was thinking about it when I was listening to your board game podcast.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get into one of them 7-hour games with your brother and whoop his ass. I am strategic as F. AF, Adam, AF.
Dude, did you hear the thing? Or maybe you didn't hear it. Did you hear the thing?
What thing? I listened to the whole thing.
I don't think you listened to the whole thing then.
I did too.
There's one thing that he says to you specifically in the...
word?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe I didn't listen. Maybe I still have a little... Let's see.
You might have been on the phone. You might have been on the phone or something.
I can tell you right now if I'm all the way through this, mother trucker. 4 minutes left.
Okay.
4 minutes left.
I think you've already passed it.
Then he didn't say it very loud.
He said specifically to you, Joey, if you want to, you do this. And like he called you out.
I do what? What did he say?
You have to listen.
I'd listen. I got 4 minutes left in
You're
the
going to have to
episode.
re-listen to Bordelicious.
I'm not doing that. I'd rather jog home naked from here in the rain right now than listen to that whole podcast again.
He said, okay, I'll just do so people can kind of go, okay, what was it that he said?
Yeah, thank
He
you.
gave you instructions to accept or like request him as a friend and then write on his wall, I forget what it was, and then he'll know that you listened and he'll know that you're down to play him in any board game. So I don't know what it is though.
What's his podcast or what's his handle on IG?
Board Game Layout.
Okay, but that means he's got to pump me on his because I'm pumping him and all my people are going to go get him.
Yeah, Board Game Layout. Check it out on Instagram. He tells you what board games that. Let's say that you're going to host a social party. This is the game to go on Amazon and buy. He's going to put together a wish list on Amazon. You can shop through him. He gets a little kickback for that. But
got it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna mess it. Oh my god, dude, this guy's really got board games laid out.
yeah, it's Board Game Layout.
It's like okay.
Yeah, it's
How many board games does that dude have?
oh, he's got billions.
What?
He had a whole. I'm not talking like a closet, like you think. Oh, like it's just on the
Okay,
top
follow
rafter.
him, message
No,
him.
The entire
Game on,
thing.
bitch. I'm just gonna write game on, bitch.
Okay, definitely do that.
Is he not like the bitch word?
No, you can do that. I like that. That's good. That means that you, and then he's gonna go like, tee hee 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 hee.
So game on. I don't know, dude. Those board guys are strategic as AF.
They are really. I'm telling you. But and here's the thing.
I didn't realize board games were that like insane, dude. Like you guys were like talking some different language on some stuff. I was like, what?
I know. It's the new sport. It's the new football.
I can see though, like how. I don't know about that, but I can see how like obviously you get sucked into a board game.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, and that's the thing, because they're fun. Because you sit there, you kind of have your drinks. It's just like, and you're trying to kind of outsmart the other person. But anyway,
Thanks for listening, guys.
are we done? Hold on. I'll do our outro. Joey's got to go to the bathroom. We do have one more Christmas episode that we're going to do, a partial Christmas episode. This is just us kind of goofing around. Anyway, everyone, thanks for listening. Hollerin with Hollenbeck. Adam, play Joey in a board game someday and beat him good. Thank you. Take care, guys. Oh, send us your messages. Love your comments. I do get them. I love them. I'm actually going to talk about some of them on the next podcast that we're just going to record. So thank you so much. Take care.